When Elias Brotberger goes to work, he doesn't need ID. And he doesn't need money. In fact, much of what he needs to get through the day is hidden right there, just below the surface, in his hand.
You like to touch it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, weird. Yeah, it's like a grain of rice.
Yeah, a grain of rice.
Embedded in his hand is a microchip that serves as his keys, his ID, and his wallet.
Yeah, it's all in chip, so I use it like to get around the building.
Buy snacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's buy some snacks. So I can't open it.
No.
Okay.
So what I need to do is I need to first blip my chip, and it will log me in, and from there I get access to the fridge.
Popular TV shows like Black Mirror have imagined chips as part of a dystopian future.
Install ingrain procedure with local anesthetic and you're good to go.
In Sweden, the microchips are already here.
The microchip implants use the same technology that's in contactless credit cards.
Which have made cash pretty much obsolete in Sweden.
No cash.
At this tech fair, a chipping event for those on the cutting edge, merging their hands with this new technology.
I thought it would be fun, right?
The process is simple and swift. A pinch of the skin, and in a matter of seconds, the chip is inserted. The transformation is complete. As for the pain,
I barely felt it.
but even in this nation of early adopters, not everyone is racing to get chipped.
Feel less human. I will feel like a robot. I think, it's so much more data can go into this, when it's in your body.
There's no central registry tracking how many people are chipped, but biohacker Hannes Wellblood estimates between 5 and 10,000.
In the future, do you think everyone is going to be chipped?
I think it will be voluntary, but I am certainly convinced that millions of people will find it very, very valuable to have a smart device under their skin.
Human microchipping may be our future, but in Sweden, it's already reality. Sarah Harmon, NBC News, Stockholm.
Shalom, Kol Halayimla, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, or Kadash. All praises be to the Most High, Yahweh, in the name of His Son and our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai. Much respect and honor to the brothers doing the work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and freedom to do so, and pushing this gospel throughout the four corners of the earth. Salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad, and double honors and respect to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Coming back at you with another lesson entitled, And He Causeth All to Receive a Mark. So we're going to go into it, and that he is Esau Edom and his beast system. This beast system is an enterprise, a network that has global dominion, military, economic, political, and religious. And this mark of the beast is the RFID microchip. That's the mark of the beast. So we're going to go into it. One of the things I want to add is Sweden is not locked down because they are moving forward with a high compliance rate of its citizens that are willing to accept a certificate of vaccine identification system. So they're not facing draconian laws or strict lockdown measures. What a coincidence. I just wanted to add that. So let's go here first. We're going to go to 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So Satan, or adversary of the Most High, is setting the conditions to usher in a new world order. And the basis of establishing that new world order hinge on the digital RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast. And that beast is Esau Edom global empire. Let's go to Revelations chapter 13, verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. So this is a two-party system. In the ancient Roman Empire, they had the patricians and the plebeians. The patricians were similar to the Republican Party, and they had the plebeians, which is more along the lines as the Democratic Party. So they have a resemblance of being peaceful. That's why it's saying that they had two horns like a lamb. So they come off as being harmless, peaceful, but spake as a dragon. So they speak through their laws by using draconian laws, which are harsh, unusual, or cruel. Goes back to ancient Greece, Draco, that used unrighteous decrees and cruel, harsh punishment he imposed on the citizens. So they speak as a dragon through draconian laws. Let's go to Revelations 13 and 12. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. So this reemergence of the Roman Empire is comprised of Edomite nations, the European Union, and the 10 horns that stem from them, NATO. So they are modeling themselves after the image of ancient Rome. Its military with iron teeth or great iron teeth, its economic processes by creating a small middle class and a powerful rich elite, and creating a large working class of the poor, and creating a political image model after ancient Rome, with an electoral process, a Senate, a Congress, and they have elected officials, and particularly elected national leaders. So they are modeled after the image of ancient Rome, and they would come into power or begin to come into power during the Renaissance around 1453. So this ancient Roman Empire was regenerated or reborn. This is a reincarnation of ancient Rome comprised of Edomite nations. Let's read it again. Revelations 13 and 12. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. So this is a revised Roman Empire that emerged or reemerged during the Renaissance. Renaissance means rebirth. Revelations 13 and 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on earth in the sight of men. Let's read it again. Revelations 13 and 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. He does that by his firepower and by dropping weapons of war or bombs on nations. Most of us are reminiscent of what Esau Edom did to Hiroshima and Nagasaki, where they dropped Fat Boy and Little Man atomic bombs. So they're causing fire to come down from heaven through its firepower. Revelations 13 and 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had to do. Revelations 13 and 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword, and did live. Once again, the revised Roman Empire. This is the second leg of the revised Roman Empire. And America is that great whore that rideth upon the European Union and NATO. Let's go to Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So these wonders, these great miracles that they're doing is through their technology. 5G technology, the new digital RFID microchip or mark of the beast, advanced Bluetooth technology, and also its military firepower. So that's why it's deceiving people by its miracles, signs, and wonders. And it has, let's read it again, Revelations 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, and the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So the beast speaks through draconian law, unrighteous decrees, and you will die because you cannot eat if you cannot buy or sell. So many people are going to perish due to famine. And that mark is the RFID digital microchip. Revelations 13 and 17. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. 666 is indicative of destruction, perdition, which is Esau Edom. He is that man of sin, the son of perdition, spoken of in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. And in the Greek, stigma, where they're using the 666 number codes on the barcode scanning devices that's being integrated into this microchip technology. Digital scan barcodes. Let's go from there to Revelations 14 and 6. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation, kindred, tongue, and people, saying with a loud voice, Fear the Most High, and give glory unto him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made the heaven and earth, and the sea, and the fountains of waters. And there followed another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all the nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receive the mark of his name. So that beast is a conglomeration of Edomite nations, the European Union, and NATO, the 10 horns, which is the head of that great dragon. So these other nations under the United Nations are wandering after the beast. Again, the head of that beast are a conglomeration of Edomite nations. A great red dragon headed by Esau Edom. So the United Nations are subservient or are placed under or wandering after the beast. Let's go to Revelations 15:1. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. So if you accept this digital RFID microchip, you're going to be burned with fire, starting with nuclear fire and finished off by laser and chariot fire from the chariots of the Lord, the so-called UFOs. Revelations 15:2. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High. So the elect of Israel are going to be taken up into the chariots of the Lord, the so-called UFOs, and are going to be looking down through a glass bottom from the outer firmament, and are going to see the destruction and massive devastation of those that acquiesce or that bow down to an Edomite enterprise, a military, economic, political, and religious system. They bow down and worship this system by agreeing to accept the digital RFID microchip or mark of the beast. Revelations 15:3, and they sing the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High, and the song of the Lamb, saying, Great and marvelous are thy works, Lord God Almighty. Just and true are his ways, thou King of saints. So these are Israelites, the elect, singing the victory song of Moses. And the saints are Israelites pursuant to Psalms 148:14. Revelations 15:4. Who shall not fear thee, O Lord, and glorify thy name? For thou only art holy, for all nations shall come and worship before thee, for thy judgments are made manifest. So these judgments are going to come upon the earth as a thief in the night. And Yahushua is going to crack those skies with the chariots of the Lord. And is going to save the elect of Israel, spoken of in Matthew chapter 24, verses 29 through 31. Book of Revelation, chapter 16, verse 1. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, Go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image. So this chip is cutting the skin and is going deep into your flesh, and it's being recharged by your body temperature, your natural body temperature, and being linked in with radioactive high 5G communication output towers. So this is causing a grievous sore. And we know that radiation exposure alone causes cancer. Imagine putting it inside of your flesh and breaking the skin. So now you have opened up your fleshly vessel to high frequency 5G, high gigahertz 5G communication towers. Let's close out here, Revelations 20 and 4. And I saw thrones and them that sat. Revelations 20 and 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua, and for the word of the Most High, which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Hamashiach, Yahushua, 1,000 years. So the elect are going to get the victory over the beast, Esau, Edom, and his global empire, starting with the European Union and NATO, and America being that great whore riding upon the beast, and his image, a military, economic, political, and religious system or global enterprise, and neither had received the mark. So that mark, again, is the digital RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast. So the elect are not going to bow down to this global new world order and this new age of digital cryptocurrency and accept this RFID microchip or mark of the beast. Hopefully this lesson has been edifying. We are not deceived by the devices of Satan, and he calls it all to receive a mark. See you on the next lesson, Lord willing. Kwam Yasharala and Abad Babao. Shalom.